What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And this particular recap review in this video, we're going to be reviewing, I meant to say video, but we're going to be reviewing, recapping Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 10, Episode 3. And shout out to my YouTube fam, and let's get into it. As usual, as we see, this is still starting off kind of a slow start. You know, they're probably saving the good stuff. Will look like might be a little bit more interesting next week when Kim, does her appearance, whatever, and Kenya gets in, and her getting a little bit into it, whatever. So let's get into it. There really wasn't that much, but we do want get this out the way. But there was a health scare with Greg. At first, we see Nene, they're living at home residence. Son, wanted to use the car to go get something. I guess they you ain't about to get no car, a car. I don't know if it was like his own car or using one of their vehicles. You want to go get some. Greg said, I think he wasn't feeling that well. And, she always talking about how it's hotter, than the desert or whatever, the devil's kitchen or whatever. So a couple days later, and especially towards the end of the episode, or kind of like towards mid-episode, they actually had him where, he was in the hospital and kept on to run tests because I think also Greg's father has had heart problems as well. So they're doing tests to make sure that he's okay. And then I guess he had some type of surgery or something. And they had towards the end of the episode that Nene, because I think I heard, you have, like I said, always the social apps that keep us together and still do these websites where, Greg a couple months ago, was in the hospital and it was some health scare. So Nene was trying to get there in time. They moved up instead of the surgery at 12, they moved it up to 11:20. So the last episode was on her way to the hospital. How Greg was kind of scared about her not being there. So eventually he had to get off the phone, I guess, because they about to, getting ready prepped up for the surgery, and then had Nene towards the end when I guess she's in the they have you in the waiting room. So I don't know if he had stents put in his heart or whatever the case is. We'll find out next week. But thank God that he is doing better. Nene just saying, I don't know what I would do without Greg, his love his life. And then, like I said, in the middle of the episode, like I said, they're talking about, over the years and just showing snippets of, their son, Brent, and how he's now 18 years old, now. So it was, that. So they also have another scene where let's just talk about the Kenya thing. Her dogs are sick and tired of this shit. She had their dress out. And they did kind of look like they probably did actually pee on her dress. But it did have to look like we did something. We just go pretend like you can't see us and shit. Now, again, she got stuff in for the man, like I said, she's had him on social media recently, starting to show his face, whatever, and they're together in photos, and she's like, you're my love, my life, and so forth, blah, blah, blah. And so, but she looked, and when she came on there, like I said, they dogs looking, and shit like, okay, and you peed on it, it's territorial. You trying to bring some Negro in the house, we already told you about that bitch match. I'm just, of course, paraphrasing, but they did have to look like they did it, and they're like, so what, and they in the corner. Just like this, like, and so, but I first thought when she went to go call her husband, I seriously thought like the way she was talking was flat out maybe we were hearing her side, even though she had on speaker, her side of the conversation, and maybe they might, was editing it out what he was saying, right? It wasn't until like a couple minutes later, the message exceeds maximum amount. Thank you, try again. Or something, something like that. If you talk too long on the voicemail and you go overboard. And that's why I realized, like, wait, because she's sitting there like, hi, honey, baby, I just wanted to tell you that, the dogs peed on my dress and everything. And I was like, we're trying to work it out together and everything, and Wootsa, and I have my shakas all lively and everything. And I just wanted to let you know I love you so much and such and such and such. And I'm really thinking she's talking to him, and it's really just her leaving long-ass message because she tried again. Every message, the damn voicemail bitch was just like, you know what, okay, bye. Goodbye. Too long. Okay, see you. Try again. Epic fail. Too late. Too late. Just pretty much. Okay, so, I was just like, what the hell's going on here? But okay. One of the centers is really like Portia and her sister just starting to clash heads again, and kind of the Sheree, and kind of, Sheree. I don't know what I call her Sheree. Okay, so we have it where, let's just see, we have Cynthia. She's one of those things. This Will. I ain't gonna. Will seem like it's like Will's 41, And they go on this thing. This is some guy that she actually was met there when she had her 50-year-old, fabulous party, whatever. Okay, a couple weeks ago. So she went with him. You could tell, like, at least either they got some good at little acting in here, or you can tell there is some little vibe, whatever. She's talking, and they, she picks out some lamb chop, pork chop, popsicles, or whatever, and he picks it out as well. But when they're talking, I can tell that she could vibe because he's never been married, but he had his first child, the only child he's had, and that's his love of his life, his little girl that he had 30 years old. He's 41. She's like, when are you gonna turn 42? And I'm like, okay, he's still way close. He's not like cougering, at high school and say you're gonna buy him an Xbox or shit like this. You good, Cynthia. So, but what I'm saying is that you could tell they vibed and just she thought he probably was a mild dog. He's like, no, that I just stick with what I know in the business and so forth. But it just seems like in the next episode, this might be possibly blossoming, but at least it looked like she was pleasant. She was uncomfortable. She was comfortable. It didn't look like she was going to, the shack to be possibly sacrificed, whatever, and probably used for personal portfolio. And I heard, watching other of my fellow YouTubers and my YouTube members, that actually this guy was in, one of the other shows of, the Love Connection, the newest one as well. So, it was kind of like, baby, this one seemed a little bit more, genuine and stuff. So let's see how that goes. But it was nice. So, but, Cynthia seemed to like, and they were vibing well. She admitted in confessionals that it was a connection. So, now we have it where we have another scene. Like I said, let's go to the Portia. No, let's go to Sheree. Now, she has all three of her kids in the episode, okay? They go to the 70 shop, and another two kids meet with her. And it's the first time she's giving her mother a 70-year young, celebration. It's the first time Sheree said that her mom has had a birthday party. So, she wants to give her 70s theme because her mom said they wanted a suggestion because of 70s. She talked to the party planning all this stuff. When, they do the flashback years, so she the famous comment, who's going to check and do with another party, there was controversy around that. But she's, talking to everybody, blah, blah, blah. But, she's, like I said, talking to kids, whatever, they picking up some cool stuff to wear. She planning everybody, blah, blah, blah. Everything's good. You have all, except Kim, everybody attends. I think everyone else actually attends the charade thing. Everyone else in the cast, okay, even including Portia. So on the day that they had this damn event, right? Everything's going good, but then you see a disco ball, like certain things that should be together is 4 hours before the party's supposed to start, and ain't no damn body there, whatever. At all, whatever, like the person, the organizer, you see certain stuff there, but not everything that should be put up, considering it's so close to timing. She hasn't sat there and got to use the Bath and Body Works, Jasmine, body, bubble bath, nothing. You just see a lot that's going on. So she calls the planner, and I think her name's Tiffany or something like that, right? And she just like, okay, where you at, blah, blah, blah. And the woman's like, okay, because she's like, okay, I don't know where this is going to go. The linen's not here, tablecloth over here, blah, 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 and all this other stuff, right? And by the way, I know this is a little random or, a little off subject, but remember her daughter, her youngest child, or daughter, or baby, she bought these glasses, and when they went to the shop and got, the retro clothes, and she's like, oh, this is, I want these weed glasses. Sheree was interesting that Sheree was saying like, oh, they smoked a lot of weed in the 70s. Probably my mom was smoking on that reefer too, whatever. I'm like, Sheree, they still smoke a lot of weed. They do also a lot of other stuff now, just like back in the day, people up there doing LED, peace and love and all that shit. Now some of that stuff is still came back here. You got this people. Okay, I know I'm on the rip. I'm just saying, this Sheree acting like they just stopped smoking weed, and they smoked a lot in the 70s. They do now. We also have things called edibles, lollipops, all the other stuff. So, I don't know why that just kind of stood out to me, because she was acting like they only smoked a lot of weed in the 70s. Yeah, okay, Sheree, okay. Like nobody ain't doing shit. I'm an 80s baby, but I'm just saying that people been smoking weed a lot since then. It hasn't, you got all these weed places and stuff now that's coming out more, and has some, you got pots they make it, legalized or easy, stuff like that, okay. So And even though I know she obviously maybe has never smoked weed or whatever, but it's just that, even if I went to the, Conan or something like the other day. I mean, it's common now, more common to run into somebody just random that smell like weed even more. You know what I'm saying? They just go right, like places, and you'd be like, you know, and then what? Oh, is that Kush cologne? I don't know. This person to me is just more common, to be around people. Okay, whatever. So off subject. Sorry, y'all. But so the party lady came. She's first like, okay, I need to do this, blah blah blah. You gonna come, whatever, blah blah blah. And the woman's like, okay, well I'll be on my way. Just give me a short amount of time. Then she texted Sheree on some stuff where she's like, due to this something, some clash with the contract or this company that, basically I'm gonna text you the address to get some of this certain stuff. And Sheree's pissed off. And she's like already telling her oldest daughter, oldest child, like, you know what? I'm sick of this shit. Blah 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 blah. This bitch gonna ruin my party. Blah 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 blah. And because first she just wanted, it got to the point once she realized she was procrastinating, wasn't on her way, even though she had spoke to her. She like this, I just want her to bring the stuff, whatever. Then she refused, basically, got to that point. Basically, she just told her to get the address, and Sheree feel like, I guess she was trying to throw under the bus or whatever the case is or whatever. But if she was supposed to be, like I said, it just seemed like she just, for whatever reason, decided not to do the plan stuff. And Sheree's like, I don't know where the hell this came from. And she was a little ticked off, and I don't know if she left a voicemail neither, or she directly talked, but she didn't hear the voicemail, but she just like, you on some BS, whatever, just basically let her know, okay, that was wrong, and that was messed up. So, but they were able, in the end, later on, to have a great party, but we'll get to that in a second. So we also have another scene where Candy, you got the original, remain the Candy Coated Nights crew. No, not the Candy Coated Nights, because that wasn't A1 of Nikki Nicole. You had, of course, Dewan, Cameron, and, they were talking about last year about John Jonathan last season, how he was trying to sue and all this other flashback, talking all this stuff, whatever, but you still are trying to work with her and sue her and whatever at the same damn time. So she's trying to get a replacement because Carmen Cameron, she about to run her own. I guess she used to be insurance before she started working with Candy, and Candy's doing an investment, and she's about to do an insurance company again. So, or insurance business. The one, now they're trying to get somebody else and just like trying to find somebody that place. And after, I don't know if it includes John, Josh, whatever his name is, whatever. Because she said she already had to spend, what, $60,000 or $600,000, not $600,000, but $60,000, something like that. An attorney's trying to basically straighten this out. And I don't think he wanted nothing like that. Did they throw that or nothing? Because I haven't actually been hearing anything. We just been hearing about the date rape, which case, because I think Don Juan wasn't the one, because I know Todd was there as well, but wasn't that one talking about when they were talking about Phaedra or something like that? They were talking about, the bridal shower or whatever, and then, Juan said, oh, did you get Portia something? Or it was something mentioned about Portia, you didn't give her no drink, did you? Candy already had that little bit, like, I haven't texted her, nothing like that, or had no contact, because Juan asked, like, did you send her some instructions or something? And she's like, I don't talk to her, nothing like that. So just one of their conversation. Cameron's like, they're just talking about how, almost Portia can't come to the wedding. Yeah, Candy did get her, ticket for $5,000, and basically BS about, again, not going to her supposed best friend wedding, even though she was there at the dowry celebration. I think they said in Africa as well. But what I'm saying is, they talked about that. But she's just, like I said, ain't messing with Phaedra or Portia anymore. But it's the fact that, again, her not going to her best friend's wedding, and the BS. So they talk about that a little again, and the excuse that she can't put her feet up in coach and all this other stuff, blah blah blah, whatever. So. Anyways, there's nothing that really has stood out, whatever. We're going to go to the part when they're on their way to the party. Because I'm thinking this might be one of the shortest reviews I do, because there really wasn't too much that stood out. If I've forgot anything, forgive me, y'all, but there was nothing that really was worth even talking about. Should I even talk more about in the last episode, even though it was kind of dragging a little bit in. But here we go. We go to the part where, they meet, I think, at Kenya's house. Cynthia comes over there, and they're talking, and Nene comes over there, they talking, blah, 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 and, Nene notices the clothes, and, in the closet. She's like, oh, there's a man, oh, okay, that's nice, but, we just see the clothes and the tags in it. And they just have a little general conversation, blah, blah, blah. And they talk, like I said, they got their Santa clothes on, some afterwards. I think Cynthia and Kenya were talking a little bit and stuff. Also, there was another scene that Cynthia goes to Nene's house, and Nene and her were talking again, yada yada yada. But one of the things she was talking about, how was your date with the guy Will? She talking about she liked him, and she's like, it's gonna be. It was something like I said, just a little general conversation about the guy Will. And like I said, speak continued, but it wasn't nothing bad or nothing like that, whatever. But you could tell like how you're seeing Nene and Cynthia again. She's talking, of course, Nene was talking about her husband, and his condition, how he was doing, blah blah blah. And that's before they went to got prepared for Sammy's thing. But still, it was nothing that really stood out in that conversation. Whatever. In person, me did it. So sorry, y'all, if you don't get anything. So then we got the party, and everything looked like it turned out well, despite the party planner leaving, didn't get the rest of the down payment. I don't know what the hell happened, okay? So, her mom looked fabulous in the 70s outfit, whatever. Everybody there, it was just happening. And it's Nene kind of like, I don't think she said nothing to Portia, because Portia, I think, came forward and edited, like, Portia's first one out of the rest of the ladies with peaches, came in there. Everybody else came in there. Nene was like this. Last time I seen Portia was at Cynthia's party, and that's that. And just let it be, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They just left it as that. So, they had a little short chain line, and interesting enough, everybody just kind of like played it safe. Nobody did, the one kick up in the air, nothing like that. But it surprised me. First I was paying attention because everybody just like this. Okay. They saw Sheree's mom going down to the party line, whatever. I guess not. But yeah, but all of a sudden, they got neat. They all of a sudden, when Kenya came down there, she was the only one that was giving us. She up there dropped it to the splits and everything. And Portia's confession was like, oh, I see that husband's busting the wide open. Because, yeah, I think before Nene had came there, by the way, speaking of busting the wide open, she was talking to Cynthia. They were just talking about, her getting used to this marriage life. And like I said, of course, Nene and Cynthia, when they were talking again, like in that same conversation about Will, it's true about, I think something about, is she married? Is she really married? Do you think she married? Blah, blah, blah. Do you think, just the same thing. Like I said, it's kind of not even worth talking about. So when Kia talks to Cynthia about, oh my gosh, sometimes I have sex. We talk all the time. Oh, wait, there's a part I forgot to mention when Cynthia was, Kenya was talking to her husband. They talk all the time. She sees him every weekend as far as for now, even though they live in separate states at the moment. But it was interesting. She talks to them all the damn time, 2-3 times a day. But she was sitting there and having problems. Like I said, when the answer machine was talking about too late, damn near. And because she kept talking so damn much. And it was late on the but she was, it was interesting. She said she talked to him, but she was talking to the voicemail. So maybe she called him one of the times where he was busy. Okay, but she says they talked. And she was explaining to Cynthia before I think Nene came over, whatever, like, that they have sex 2-3 times a day, and she needs an ice pack down there, all this stuff. I'm like, girl, just take some Epsom salt baths and call it a day, whatever. Like I said, Portia might be right about that, because she sure went into those splits, and unless it was good editing, she didn't show like somebody lift me up. She got up with them apple puffs and kept going, okay? So, yeah, so she kind of was the main, she really stood out in the Soul Train line, okay? So. So that pretty much was it. There really wasn't nothing else there that stood out. Forgive me, y'all, that I didn't like page. And I honestly kind of, it was one of those episodes you wanted to go to sleep. Like I said, thank God the grid is okay. And, also that Sheree's moms did have a good party, whatever, even though they made it seem like it was going to be a big deal because, like Sheree was talking about that. But no, before I get off here, it was so much kind of like flutter that I definitely had to talk about the last part, Portia and her sister. And Portia wants to open up, actually, a hair salon. And it seems like she's, her sister is going to be, as she said, she's the body, and her sister's the backbone. But you see, one thing here is, if you have a backbone, you have to make sure, it helps out the body, which means y'all got to work together. Because backbone, if you ain't got no backbone, your body just be like this, okay? Just like this, okay? Because they were talking, I think her mom and her sister, they went to go get some body wraps and all this stuff, and stuff. And the main thing is, I think Lauren was still kind of cold. So they had put something on there. She had to ask I wrote about this one of those things, and how Portia said, since I've been new baby beginning this, I've been this and this, I've been getting myself together, blah blah blah. Okay. Now there's another scene, real quick, where Portia and her sister are going to meet. I think with either an accountant or some type of accountant or money. I think it was accountant. I didn't look up on the screen, but they're working with a real estate agent. And like I said, Lauren seems to be the one. And they had, I think, did a flashback 2 years ago about again how Clash of Lauren does a lot of stuff as far as helping Portia, and it seems like Portia, in a way, is like, okay, so Anne type of mentality feels like she does enough for her sister, but her sister does a way lot more than maybe other people should be doing for a little bit amount of change, and doesn't get the appreciation that she should be getting for all the work that she does. Now she might be right because we know how she go ahead and lie and play the victim like she didn't have nothing shit to do about that whole possible date rape shit last season. So okay, whatever. So, anyways, they go to when they at this meeting, they're like asking even Lauren, I mean not Lauren, Portia. And Portia's making it seem like, this is my business. Even though she said her and her sister are going together, she's presented more so as if it's her business. Maybe I misinterpreted. I could have sworn that that's what's it, and that's why Lauren did, of course, like, what does this bitch just say? Look, and she's talking, and they're like this. Okay, even the real estate agent. Okay, all right. What is she? What you want rent from? I think 10,000 a month for rent. And Lauren's like, okay, well maybe we should start a little smaller. Oh, and then they're even asking like, are you going to do the boost commission? All these questions. What business plan? Because they're saying like really possible Esmeralda should work around like 9 months and come out with a business plan, or she should. Which is like, Portia's just like, I only been to the shop and I don't have any spirit or what, I just go to the hair salon. I never been, and had a business in that before. But here you're coming in asking for stuff. Maybe she thought that, oh, well, if I got this such and such money to work with, I'm just going to work there. And she's just saying like, she doesn't know or something like that time between commission or anything. And I think Lauren was suggesting like more so, like I thought we were just going to have dressers rent, not employees, but have it where they just, basically rent, I guess, they stations, whatever. And, Portia and her just the vibe, but it's like you can see Portia's getting irritated. But at the same time, Lauren's like, okay, hello here. I'm usually one has to, do the notepads and blah, 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 and has to put all this stuff together with you. And it's pretty much, yeah, not only is Portia's the body, has the money or something to back up with this. It's the face, more so the face, but it's kind of like, okay, Lauren seems to be based on this episode, whatever, just alone. Like, she does a lot of stuff, and Portia's just like, okay, Anne. And, Lauren's saying, like, okay, I think when the guys left or something like that, she's talking like, okay, why are you making it seem like as if you're the one, this is your business only and stuff like that, and I got to want to help you with this. And here go Portia, like, okay, Anne, but I do pay you. And then she even says that Portia is going to be getting 85% already. So if y'all business together, well, damn, and you doing with most of the back, all the work, probably budgeting, all this other stuff, putting all this stuff together, as far as even down to the business plan, whatever. And Portia's just like this, I thought I just need to pay a certain amount of money, blah, 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 and whatever, and just call it a day. They get into, and they got back and forth to it. And she's like figuring like, okay, I do, okay, well, I do pay you. Okay. And Lauren's like, okay, what I do, I get because you're my sister, so basically I don't have to pay you as much type of pay. And blah, blah, blah. So, they get back and forth, blah, blah, blah. And Lauren ends up, I think, leaving, because upset, like something about my daughter or something like that, and leaves the heck out of there. And that was a scene, too. But Portia's like, I don't know why she feels that way. Because you know how she's like family before friends or just, whatever. But at the same time, this is not the first time this came where it's like Lauren feels some type of way where she's helping Portia's ass. And is kind of where it conflicts. Like, Portia feels like, okay, I do enough. And I pay you, and you're supposed to do it to me. This is not the first time. Was it with her weave line or something like that, hairline, whatever? Was the same thing with some other business. And again, they have clashed over this, and they seem like they're still gonna be clashing next episode, or they starting to bump heads about this. And Portia doesn't get it, like why her sister would be offended, consider that she quote pays her all this certain amount of money, and she's doing all this. And she don't even know what a business plan is, okay, and it's more than just getting a shop and not even know what the hell's going on. Lauren seemed to be more in tune of knowing every damn thing, and Portia's just kind of just like, okay, well, I want to have this business, but I don't know shit about it. That's pretty much what the hell she has. Because, still, even if you're not a hairstylist, nothing like that, at least have some type of knowledge of the business you're going to. Even if you're having other employees or they're renting stuff, something like that, you have a business, at least have something. At least have some damn idea. Okay? All right? Don't be going scarecrow on us and Wizard of Oz and shit and be like, if I only have a brain and shit. Just be wasting money just because. Okay? All right. Get that shit together, okay? All right then, hugs, loves, everybody. See you on the next episode. Got a pleasant week, pleasant night, pleasant weekend, and I'll see you in the next one.